Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today. Just a quick video, but there's a few things I wanted to talk about that were crazy. And a bank just is going to pay a massive fine right now for something that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and now it's coming to light. So they have to pay a massive fine for this. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe, as always, to this channel. And today we have a sponsor, Belly Trim XP. Now, first things first, Citibank went out, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, where they went to different people that were Armenian, had last names that ended in IAN and YAN, and basically discriminated against them for getting credit cards, turned them down. And there was a huge amount of these people that were turned down in Glendale, California, which is what they call Little Armenia, because it's 15% of the U.S. populations of Armenians live in Glendale. You can see that. Still in Vegas after the race. But here's the thing. Citibank now has to pay a fine of $1.4 million because of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which is no big deal. And one thing I'm doing, guys, because I get a kick out of this, is the people wasting time on their chargers, okay? Charging their Teslas. I come out to the Tesla area and just hang out. Of all the times I've been here, this is the lightest crowd I've ever seen. It's just as far as people waiting around wasting their time. But we got another charging story too to talk about. But think about this. Read this article below because it is unbelievable. Citibank discriminated against these people because they're criminals. The lawsuits that are going to come out of this, the $1.4 million, that's not a down payment. That is like, somebody dropped change out of their pocket compared to what Citibank's going to pay for this. They have internal memos of where employees said, hey, how do I cover up the discrimination that I did? How about that? Okay. Hello, that's worth its weight in gold as far as with a lawyer. How about, listen, I feel guilty that I'm turning these people down. It looks like they haven't done anything wrong. No, they haven't. They haven't done anything wrong, and these people were denied. So Citibank is paying a fine of $1.4 million, and they think that that's going to settle this. That is going to do nothing, okay? I love this. You have to pay before you come in, and these people are sitting here. Don't you people have better things to do than charge your Teslas all day? Seriously. I really believe this. I think it's absolutely amazing. Let's jump into the EV story real quick. ChargePoint. ChargePoint was a SPAC. It was a company that went public by having an existing company, took it over, raised money. It was going to be the greatest thing in the world. The problem with it is that the SPAC is losing so much money on EV charging and the charging stations that the stock is down another 35% this week. Oh, okay. ChargePoint was going to revolutionize everything, guys. You were going to be able to charge your car and have it all be done at one location and be able to charge every single thing, and they were going to make money hand over fist and have thousands of charging stations. Go ahead, buddy. So hurry and wait. So I like how they all back in, to the spots. So there's that. So it didn't turn out to be as good as they thought it was going to. This is an area between the Link Hotel and the Flamingo by the residences. I think they're the Hilton residences, but anyways. Another story that's crazy is something that was sent to me as an insider that is unbelievable. And I'm going to call her Jenny. It's not her name. She's got a very unique name that if I said it, it would definitely give away who this woman is. She works for Carvana. And she said, Dan, Carvana is absolutely a joke. We had over 800 employees at the main corporate lot. We had between 8,000 and 10,000 cars here at a time. And now there's just over 2,000 cars. You're seeing problems with the employees. She's in security, and they have us doing busy work just to keep our jobs. Now, she was given incentives, and she was, drank the Kool-Aid in the beginning as far as how good the company was going to be. And what they promised her was massive stock options. And when the stock was $300 a share, it was, wow, this is great. Well, the stock has now been, what's it, $20 to $30 a share right now? It's hovering. So it's nothing. But in January of 2023, they gave her a 25-cent an hour raise and said, don't worry, more's coming, but here's more stock options. So as the stock has collapsed with Carvana, there's been real problems with, morale and things like that. But the one thing that's crazy is that they're taking people and having them do multiple jobs and having them do what she calls busy work. And they don't have the trucks bringing in cars and taking out cars. Think about this. This is the main corporate lot for Carvana. And they have thousands of vehicles that are normally shipped to and from. Now think about this. When you buy a Carvana car, there still is the possibility that when they go to deliver the car, that Dan's going to look at it and go, what is this? I don't want to buy this thing. I'm not going to purchase this. So with that, they have car carriers that bring the cars back. She said that's happening more and more and more right now, that people are not accepting the vehicles and they're not purchasing vehicles right now from people. Crazy, 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 crazy. So Carvana is on its last leg, but we talked about the shape of the car industry and how tough it is right now. This is a mess, guys, right now. It's an absolute mess. And you're going to see more and more of this right now. You're going to see a lot more companies that are going to go out of business. How Carvana is still in business, beyond me. No idea. So share your thoughts on this stuff, but I always appreciate the inside information that you guys send. And thank you, Jenny. Again, that's not a real name, but when you see a company that had, 8,000 cars and now it's down to 2,200 cars, and the inventory and the things that are not selling and the sales staff, and when they got rid of all these employees and now they're down to just a few hundred people there, it's crazy. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Let me know what you think. Let's talk about our sponsor, Belly Trim XP. Let's face it, guys, as we get older, belly fat is a big problem. The good people at BioTrust have come up with Belly Trim XP, which is all natural. They have thousands of 5-star reviews. It's very inexpensive. You can go to trimwithdan.com, but it's made of all natural things from Mother Earth, and it's absolutely fantastic. Go to trimwithdan.com, take a look at Belly Trim XP. As we get older, it's more and more difficult to lose weight. And what you can do is take belly trim, and it will be a natural way that will not speed you up, and it will make a huge difference. You need an edge right now. And so many of you have tried this in the past. Sign up for it today. Check it out. Use the link below, Trim with Dan. But let's face it, so many health issues come from being overweight. The older we get, it is more and more important to maintain a good weight. And also, it's more and more important to get rid of that stubborn belly fat. A lot of people don't want to exercise. A lot of people don't want to do extreme dieting. Here's an edge for you. Check out trimwithdan.com today. Remember Slick Willie? One, hey, it's the economy, stupid. That and Paula Jones. It's about those two things. Anyways, Bill Clinton was talking about, it's the economy, stupid. And with that, people have to look at their pocketbook and what's in it and what's not in their wallets. And what we're seeing right now is the fact that, billionaire investors, Ken Griffin from Citadel, he steps forward and said, Bidenomics is not working. Bidenomics is a joke. People, need to understand that this is just flatlining, and you can sit there and take good news here and good news there, but overall, people can't afford life right now. People cannot afford to purchase a home. I was going to bore you guys with articles about how interest rates dropped to 7.37% interest rate, and it's the biggest, steepest drop percentage-wise in 2 years. Who cares? It's 7.37%. You want to get a mortgage at 15 years? 6.79. Whoa. Okay? Good for you. Good luck. Good luck paying for that, guys. Good luck paying for that. But when you've got the billionaires talking about this is a joke, this is an absolute disaster that nobody wants to look at. So the other thing is fast food. Fast food people eat out of necessity. Hey, It's quick. I've got a meeting. I've got to get to work. I've got 20 minutes. Let me go to McDonald's. For some reason, all these stories were sent to me about how fast food is completely upside down and awful. A man went to McDonald's and ordered 3 things and spent $25 for 3 things. Guys, that's restaurant prices right there. That's not a fast food chain when one person's spending $25 for their lunch. That is insanity. It's ridiculous. We've heard about all these prices, but where is it reasonable right now? In the next month, between now and Christmas, McDonald's is getting rid of their value menu. And with the value menu, there's going to be no more, $1 and $2 items. They're gone. So, enjoy the $9 Big Mac because it's here. So another thing, and this I've had people that work at these places tell me this, and that is, if you go to a fast food place and you request something special, they have to make it quickly. I hate Burger King because they have microwaves in there, and the burgers sometimes get pre-cooked, and then they pop them in the microwave, and you're in your car 2 miles away going, what am I eating? Okay? Well, a man went through Burger King and made TikTok videos for it and said, hey, I want the Whopper to look like the commercials do. And, oh, sir, it's advertising. We can't do that. It's very difficult to make things look good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. How about tasting good? How about that? Is that on the menu too, or no? A woman went to different Burger Kings in New York City and rated the food and rated the atmosphere. And the first one she went to was this really high-tech location, had really cool look to it. It was really nice. And the food was okay. But, Burger King's closing 400 stores, guys. There's a reason for that. And there's a reason for this because nobody wants to eat this food. So let me know what you think about this, guys. But where is there a fast food place that you go, oh gosh, every time I go to X, it's good? Chick-fil-A has gotten expensive. I don't understand the fascination with Cane's with chicken fingers only and deep fried grease that sticks to the roof of your mouth. I don't get it. So let me know what you think about this. SpaceX had a failure over the weekend, and they had to self-destruct one of their rockets that was up in the air. And, Elon Musk hasn't really mentioned much about this since it happened. But Cadillac's excited about their new EV car. Think about this. GM just cut production, but Cadillac's going to have a new affordable EV car. Now, it starts at $58,000. The high-end model starts at $130,000. Do you believe for a second that you're going to be able to walk in and buy this car for $58,000? You know the answer to that is no. But the Optic, OPITQ, Optic, it's going to be the coolest car ever. And then they've got their Escalade that's going to start at $230,000. Go, hurry, guys. Step up and buy that, okay? Again, I don't understand the EV charging thing. I have more things to do. I have better things to do than wait in line with this and charge at these places. The optics of what we're being told and what's reality, I love this. 2 competing stories below. One of them's talking about how, hey, the average consumer is coming back to the home buying industry, and you're seeing more houses being sold and houses are being moved. Okay, do you believe that? And then you just see that it's the slowest time for starts. In October was the slowest time for builders starting new homes. Oh, well, there's no inventory, Dan, that's it. And you have to hurry and get it because your neighbor's going to buy this thing at 7.37% because your neighbor has better credit than you do. Don't ever forget that. I am telling you this right now. You mortgage brokers out there, send me the deal sheets, white people's names out, do all that stuff. hello@iallegedly.com. Show these people these 9% mortgages that people are hitting the cooking sherry for because it's nuts right now that people are paying this. The U.S. Postal Service, bravo to you, horrible service, and they are raising the prices again. Stamps are going to go to 68 cents a stamp, okay, in January. Plus shipping all your packages, all your priority mail, everything to grandma that you ship, it's all going up. And again, who pays for this? What do? How do you charge people more money for shipping? It's the thing that people hate to pay. So there's that. Google has a great story about what are the 3 things that you can do to make 200 grand a year that don't require a, wow, look at the wind, that don't require a college degree. Isn't that crazy? Well, here's what they are. Number 1, real estate agent. Hurry, guys, go out and do that. Number 2, travel agent. People are starting to travel, but you can make a commission. I know a guy that I went to high school with that earns a really good living and travels literally every other month, travels to a major destination and has a travel agency. Successful guy. Number 3, which was really the number 2, it was the number 2 most requested thing. I think this is the greatest business in the world. A notary public. If you can go out and get your notary license, if you have not committed a financial crime, if you have not been convicted of a felony, you can go out and get your notary. And it is a great business, signing notaries. You know, signatures and approving things like that. Check this out, guys. Look at this. But what's crazy about this is that you can make a lot of money doing this. And the notaries, the traveling notaries that go around to sign documents, I know a guy that makes well over $100,000 doing that, and is not in an office in his car, listening to the game all day, and doing that stuff and traveling around working for banks. So, share your thoughts on this stuff. What do you think is good? I'm going to finish this video with these last couple stories, but first thing, I need to ask you guys a favor. We have supported a charity for about 2 years now called Joseph Dreamhouse. We've had fundraisers. Fran Glover runs this charity, and what it does is it puts together meals for families that are having, food problems, people that are broke right now, and she is helping people out. She is self-funded, and she has fed thousands of families. Her donor list has gotten smaller because people are hurting, and some of the donors are now her clients for Joseph Dreamhouse. So with this Thanksgiving time, I really want you to think about this. Fran was going to have to move her location, and we've been going back and forth, different ideas. What can you do? What can you offer? And it's times like this that I'm glad I have my experiences of life, and they worked out a deal with the landlord where she gets to stay, but they have to paint the building to stay in the building. That's the deal. You want to stay here? We'll give you a long-term lease, but you got to paint the building, which is about $6,000, guys. If you want to give money to a charity that feeds hungry people, that puts the money to good use, this is so that she can stay, because relocating the business would put this business out of business. Okay? So the link is below. Donate to Joseph Dreamhouse. Please do this. Okay? Now, final story, which is fantastic. You hear these great stories about how people come into something very valuable, whether it be a piece of art, porcelain. We've all seen the Antique Roadshow, or that, wow, this watch your grandfather gave you is worth 80 grand, those great stories. A dog walker who's retired in New York City went out and he came across a David Close painting that was given to him. These David Close paintings sell for as much as $10 million. So this guy sent it to the auction house and thought, oh my gosh, this is going to change my life. 2 problems. Number 1, the auction only generated $40,000. They didn't advertise it. He had no minimum bid. So he had to collect the 40 grand and get the commission, which I think is an inside job personally. When something that's worth $10 million sells for 40G, gosh, let's put together some money, guys, and go buy that painting. But my point is that I have a friend of mine who was on a car site and said, wow, there is an antique Bronco that was refinished, and it could be the coolest car I've ever seen. Okay? They had a minimum bid of $40,000. This made me think of that story. $40,000. And he's like, let me check it. I've always wanted to bid on cars. Let me check it out, thinking that he wouldn't get it. Nobody else bid in the car, and he bid $40,000 and won the car. The owner of the car said he was almost in tears because I really blew it. I should have put, the 180,000 minimum bid that we wanted, but I forgot to do that. So again, guys, if you ever come across something valuable, do yourself a favor, put a minimum bid. You'd rather have it not sell, or you'd rather go promote it with somebody else. Here's the thing about this that you can do. There's always a way to sell things. There's always ways to be creative. Think about this. If that guy, the dog walker, would have went out to somebody that advertises other things at Sotheby's and said, listen, not only will I pay the Sotheby's commission, but if you guys help me advertise this, I'll give you 10% of the take. Well, what would 10% of the take be for $10 million? He pays the fee, ends up with probably $8 million. It's a heck of a lot better than 40 grand minus the fees. So anyways, I could go on for an hour about stuff like this. Please don't forget to like the video. Please take a look at our sponsor. Please help Fran Glover out, guys. Use the link below for Joseph Dreamhouse. And understand this. If they paint the building, they get to stay. They're going to be feeding people through the holidays. And, you know, this problem has been solved because they get to stay in the location. So onward and upward, guys. You want to email me, hello@iAllegedly. This town is crazy now that F1 is done. It will be interesting to see how they clean this place up. I'll see you guys very soon.